Welcome to your practice. My name is Jaina, and this is to wind down and release the day. So come into a child's pose. Make this yours, either the legs out super wide or a little closer together. Outstretch those arms and melt down your forehead. Start to tune into the way that you breathe. And through this practice, let your breath be a little bit slower and a little bit longer. From here, we'll move into cat and cow. So set your shoulders over the wrists and the knees under the hips. Inhale, breath to lift the sit bones up. And as you exhale, begin to round. Taking an inhale to lift the sit bones up, chest pulls forwards. And as you exhale, really round through the back. Let the tailbone move to the back of the knees. Inhale, lift the sit bones up, chest pulls forwards. And exhale to curl and round in. Just a couple more times to your own breath, your own rhythm, feeling how your spine moves, connecting it with the breath. From here, we'll start to walk the two hands forwards, melting down the chest for Anahatasana, heart melting pose. Welcome to have the forehead down, or you might like to drop down the chin. And your arms can be closer in or further apart, whatever feels good for you. And from here, just go ahead and start to press the hands on down and coming on down onto your abdomen. Take your hands by the rib cage, roll the shoulders back so the shoulder blades go down the back. And on your inhale, lifting the chest away from the floor, keep the feet pressing down. As you exhale, coming on down. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, we'll come on up. Let the shoulder blades go down the back. And the exhale breath to come on down. One last Bhujangasana. Inhale. Can keep the gaze straight ahead so the neck is long. And exhale, coming on down. From here, we'll move into a child's pose, hips back to the heels. Take a few moments to breathe here. And let's go ahead and spread the fingers really wide, tucking the toes, lifting the knees, and we'll press back into a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. From here, feel free to move in any way that feels good. Can start to pedal out the feet, one heel down, the other heel will lift. Really try and drop one heel all the way down as the other heel lifts so you get that elongation through the back of the legs. We can start to move into the side of the body, so you can spin the heels across to the right, can bend the knees as much as you like, and then doing the other side as well. From here, step the right hand a little bit more to the center, so you can take your right foot to the outside of the right hand. Toes will turn out. Welcome to keep 2 hands onto the mat. We'll start to bring the forearms down. Can untuck the back toes. Steady and smooth breath. From here, we'll come into pigeon. So glide that right leg over. And you can set the leg up in any way that is comfortable to you. It doesn't have to be parallel. And you might like to move the right hip back and the left hip forwards. And just melting down into this pigeon. Relaxing the shoulders and particularly the face, the jaw, and that space between your eyebrows. Keep it soft. Let's start to make our way back out into our downward facing dog. And we'll step that left hand in just a little bit to take the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Toes can turn out to the side, and whether you want to keep the hands onto the mat or dropping down the forearms, whatever feels good for the body right now. And again, come back to the breath. And let's go ahead and transition into our pigeon, setting the leg on up in a way that feels good for your body and coming on down when you're ready. You might like to move the left hip back just a little bit, right hip a little more forwards. And just check in to see if there's any sort of unnecessary tension, like in the shoulders or the jaw. Just let it soften with your exhale breath, feeling yourself melt down into the mat. Let's come on back to our downward facing dog, and feel free to shake out the legs, any little bits of movements that you want to make here. Just feeling out this down dog. And let's drop down the knees and come to take a seat on the mat. We'll set up for a forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Go ahead and just move the sit bones back so the pelvis can start to tilt forwards, taking an inhale. As you exhale, any amount coming over the legs. And so no rush, no hurry here, using the breath. With every inhale, lengthening just a little bit. Exhale, breath to soften. And there's no destination. Just feeling how your belly can move towards the thighs and how you can elongate the spine along the legs. With every inhale, just lengthening a little bit more. And with your exhale, just softening that little bit more. Try not to let it be too much of a struggle. Relax the shoulders. Try not to pull so much. Just being here with a little bit of ease. And from here, let's come to lie down onto the back. And we'll set ourselves up for a twist. So take those arms out wide, legs into a tabletop. And side of your choice, just gliding the legs over. You might like to aim your knees so that they're more or less in line with your belly button, and let your head turn the other direction. And let's bring the legs back to the center and over to the other side. Let the legs be quite heavy. Let your shoulders relax. Just another few more breaths here. Let's come on back to the center, and we'll bring ourselves on up and find some wall space for legs up the wall. And you can sit next to the wall and then go ahead and swing the legs onto the wall. And you can be as far away as you like. So the further away you are from the wall, it'll be less intense for the hamstrings. And so this is relaxing. So if you feel the hamstrings are too tight, move yourself a little bit further away. Your arms can be wherever you like, by the sides, on your body, over your head. We'll be here for a little while to get the full benefits of the pose. And this is a beautiful opportunity to come back to your breath. particularly letting your exhale be a little bit longer than the inhale so that we soothe our nervous system. Just another few more full deep breaths here. You can start to slide the legs down the wall. Turn to the side, use your arm as a pillow and the knees in towards the chest. Rest there for a moment to just notice and feel. We're going to come into our Shavasana from here, bringing the forearms on down, and can move the tailbone away from you and make yourself as comfortable as you like. Can bring down the shoulder blades so the shoulders are relaxed. Close down the eyes, keep the face, the mouth, the jaw quite relaxed. Feel free to take up as much space as you like. And just let your body completely sink down into relaxation so it can integrate the practice that we've had. Start to bring some movements to your fingers and your toes. Can circle the wrists, move the feet up and down. And just take a final stretch. Arms over the head, stretch out the legs. And roll to the side that feels more open, your left or right. And when you feel ready, come and take a seat on the mat. Bring the hands onto the knees, roll the shoulders back, lengthen up the spine. Take a moment to just observe and notice, feeling the effects of our practice. Let's bring the hands to the center of the chest in Anjali Mudra. And thank you so much for your practice.